1977. Wow.
In the dawning days of the 1950s, there came from beyond the heavens a mighty youth, possessing astonishing strength and speed, and imbued with a mental awareness far beyond that of mortal men. He strode the earth, a fighting crusader of justice, as Mama Boy. Oh, I don't know how long to keep that up. Welcome back to the Quantum Zone. As we warned you, the next month's going to be you're going to be in the Twilight Zone. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey.
And Master of opening those freezer pops.
This is Matt. We're eating everything in the house. Freezer pops are the first to go. I had them for dinner tonight.
He grooms with the same tools he uses to open food, people. Matt Cohn is a savage.
I'm a survivor. I want to go get her.
Oh, and I was waiting for that introduction to say Uranus. And Will, we were learning about the solar system in first grade science last week. It is Uranus, so
yeah.
So stick that science fact in Uranus, people.
You know, it's laboratory. The British get away with saying it laboratory. You know, so there are pronunciation differences based on cultural norms.
Yeah, but they spell stuff weird too. You know, they add like OURs and stuff and E's.
Oh, yeah.
And, wonder where they're supposed to be. And the metric system. I mean, come on. I think it was before the bad episode Ray did with us. He said, you know how we're supposed to practice, everyone should know Ray from Into the Night and Moon Night podcast. You know how they're telling us to keep 6 feet away from everyone? I guess down there in Australia, it's 1.5 meters. and I guess, I don't know if he came up with this or if this is like the catchy phrase they came up for it. He said it's 1.5 to stay alive.
Nice.
So.
We could say stay 6 feet apart so you don't end up 6 feet underground. Is that too morbid? Yeah.
Not necessarily, but not quite as catchy. You know, we need a little. Needs a little rhythm to it, doesn't it?
Right. True.
Let's talk about 6, baby. But our good friend Ray is under the weather. He has the shingles.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
He said he was in pain. Yeah.
Well, look at the bright side. It could have been the vinyl siding.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! I was just brutal to him on Capes and Lunatics this past weekend because he was watching while we were doing it, and Charlie was like, "Oh, he's like, this is all." He's like, it's like a version of the what is it? Was it the herpes virus? And I was like, "Oh, Ray, where have you been?" And Charlie's like, "It's serious. If it gets to the brain, it's been known to kill people." And I was like, "Ray, I'm like, please don't die on us." And I'm like, "Can you leave me into the night in your will?" But Ray's a good sport.
Mm-hmm.
He said his wife or his woman was painting the other room. I said, "Oh, faking the shingles to get out of work, huh?"
Yeah.
Whatever works, man. Whatever works.
I know. So where's he at? I don't even see Ray from Into the Night. What else you got to do? Laying up there with your shingles. So what else is up in the land of nothing?
More self-isolation and social distancing.
If you guys want to get some DC comics, I believe DC is going to start releasing again next week.
Oh, that's digital, aren't they? They're going to do some digital stuff.
They're going around Diamond. Diamond's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to start up like late May," and DC was like, "Screw you, we're going to do last week of April." So they're going through 2 different distributors, which one must be like West Coast, because I was looking. I think all of us, I think everyone on Capes and Lunatics is through the one distributor. So yeah, the other one must be West Coast. I was like, damn, the one that hits the East Coast does Arkansas too?
South Central, I guess is what we are. South,
I guess.
East.
Say, damn, where do they go? What do they got? A time machine?
DC Digital Comics.
Yeah. So there's so DC's kind of, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent thing or not, but right now, they're not going through Diamond. And I saw a smaller company, Alternos, like going around Diamond. So, everyone's waiting there to see what Marvel does now. DC might be going around Diamond permanently now. So everyone's waiting to see what Marvel does.
Yeah.
I bet you there's Disney lawyers going, what would be best for us?
Yeah. I mean, Marvel kind of started a direct market implosion when they purchased one of the other distributors back in the early 90s. And so then you had to have this distributor for most everybody, Diamond previews, and then you had, was it First Comics? I can't remember. It was weird. It was a long time ago, but then that led to Diamond's monopoly, right?
I think so. Yeah. Well, yeah, because Marvel signed with Diamond like back in the late 90s when they're going through bankruptcy. Can you imagine now Diamond's be like, oh yeah, you need us to sell your comics, and Marvel and Disney are just going to be like,
they're like, comics? What are comics? We don't. Oh, you mean the things that we make the movies from? Oh, those things. Yeah, whatever. We don't care about those. We make too much money from the movies.
Marvel's like, son, we're about to have our own, comic. We're gonna have our own comic distribution thing. We're gonna have our own theaters eventually. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see today? I guess they announced Venom 2. They pushed back Venom 2, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Was it supposed to be? I think October of this year, but then they pushed it to June of next year, I think.
Oh wow.
And the writers of Venom just announced that they're going to be doing a One Punch Man, I think, movie. Is that right? I think I saw that.
And then, but did you see the Venom 2 title? Because I guess there's a title to it.
No.
Oh, The Kings of Subtlety, Sony. Yeah, Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. I wonder who's going to show up.
Well, if you stay till the end of the first Venom, I think that wasn't much of a secret. Yeah.
Yes, but that bad wig, I don't think showing up. I think they're actually like dyeing his hair red, Woody Harrelson's hair red instead of that Ronald McDonald wig.
Yeah.
Hey, have you? I didn't hear the music from the intro. Did you play the music from the intro?
Mm-hmm. I didn't do. Hey, what about?
You did? I didn't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No, try sound effect.
I thought you didn't do the intro because it was Marvel Boy. This is the 50s before sound effects. I really thought that it was like a stripped down version.
Hold on.
We could be fools because in post production, I heard a boing there.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna add something to unpressed. All right. So.
I like Matt's. Totally ignore me. Matt's explanation is the best. You get a no prize, right?
Yeah. No sound effect, no prize.
We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So wait for the editing, kids. If you're listening to this on the podcast, if something's weird. So yeah. Hey, you want a prize?
How about no?
Do you know how old those movies are, man?
Was it late 90s, isn't it? Or early 2000s?
I think mid to late 90s?
What, the first Austin Powers? I want to say the first one was maybe 96 or 97.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'll look it up real quick.
My favorite thing about, I really loved the Austin Powers movie, especially the first one. But there's a bit at the end where the wife of the henchman that gets run over by the steamroller gets a phone call and finds out about her husband's death, and it was very unexpected, and it was at the end of the VHS tape.
The first one. All right, here we go. First one, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, 1997.
Yep.
The year after.
What I tell you.
The year after I graduated high school. Austin. the second one, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
And then Austin Powers in Goldmember, 2002.
Very cool. But yeah, that's 23 years ago.
I know. I think I was talking to Kristen about that last night on Nightwing News. It was like, people are talking about comics from like 2000 or something. I'm like, that's not that long ago. It's like 20 years ago. Damn. Or the 90s. I was like, that can't be 20 some years ago.
Well, think about this. If I'm doing my math right, we are now further from the Star Wars prequels now than the prequels were from the original trilogy when they came out, right?
Yeah.
Is that?
Wow.
Yeah, we're closer to death too, Will, but
Yeah, I know. Every day. Nice.
Bring you guys some sunshine into your lives. So, anything else going on?
Not really. No, I don't think so.
Still binging Star Trek, Kona?
Yeah, I've been watching. I'm on season 6 of Deep Space Nine now. I've been focusing that more than switching back and forth between Voyager. I like that this is like one big long story arc, so that kind of gets me a little bit more involved in it.
Hey, Stace is like, hey, we've watched. We really like Bosch on Amazon Prime. Detective, it's kind of LA noir. Mm-hmm. The new season of that just came out, and we burned through that like in 2 days. And we're like, okay, what now? And she's like, well, I said, how about we start with Star Trek, the original series, and just go. And I'm gonna have to look for a watch order because I know at some point Next Gen Deep Space Nine came out.
Yeah, there's crossover. There's like 2 years.
Yeah. There's a.
And then when Next Gen went away, Voyager started, and then that kind of whole crossover stuff is going on. And then once you get through that, then you jump back to Enterprise, right?
Yeah, it aired after Voyager. Yeah, but I mean, if you wouldn't do chronological, you would do before the original series.
That's right.
You would go Enterprise, Discovery, then original series.
Yeah, I'm watching. I think in season 5, there's cameos from Voyager cast members. Season 5 or maybe early season 6. There's 2. There's kind of 2, I should say.
Oh,
yeah. And I know that there's at least one more to come.
Zimmerman.
The Doctor.
Yeah, the guy.
The guy that's based on the Doctor. Yeah.
Why? Who are the other? Who are the other 2? Or
I think Dr. Bashir makes a visit. He hasn't happened yet. Actually, no, Bashir's already there. I think does he go to Voyager? I heard that there's a Bashir involvement at some point, and he's already on Deep Space Nine, so he can't cameo in that. But Tuvok is in an alternate. He's in a part of the mirror universe on Deep Space Nine. It's not a major part. He's just kind of there, which is kind of weird. But yeah,
that's cool.
So I got to keep my eyes peeled. Yeah. And Voyager starts at Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
not to spoil anything. It's just hanging out at Quark's bar.
So they lost at the Badlands. Yeah.
And the boys have been really wanting to start the Clone Wars, or maybe I don't know. We've kind of batted this around. Maybe watch the prequels, the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, then the Clone Wars CGI series, and then Rebels. Just to see, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard Clone Wars got really good after, the first season was more kid stuff, but then it got really, really good after that.
Yeah, I hear good things.
So
now, when you watch the original Star Trek series, you're gonna watch the Kirkless pilot first, and then the shows.
I think that's probably what we need to do, right?
Yeah,
you really want to nerd out. Captain Pike is in Discovery season 2.
Oh, there we go. So yeah.
I actually, Anthony Mount, I like him here. It's not his, it's not his portrayal of Black Bolt. It's good. He's a good Captain Pike. He actually gets to talk instead of just going.
Instead of emote all the time. Yeah.
Oh, the Flash came back tonight. I was happy with that, but I'm waiting to see how they end this season, because I guess they cut the season short by 2 episodes or something. Because they didn't get to finish filming them. So,
oh wow!
Hopefully, it's not just like an abrupt end. I'm just waiting to see how they're going to end the season.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Star Trek, there was kind of Voyager's first season. Usually builds towards like an exciting finale, but the UPN, it was a scheduling thing, and their first season finale is just like any other random episode, and it's very strange if you take it in that context. So, I'm not giving anything away, Will, when you get to that.
Gotcha.
Many years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a few weeks. Who knows?
True. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not really sci-fi, but Better Call Saul had its season finale last night. It's good.
Oh, and I just don't say anything, because I'm only on like episode 6 this season, so I think it's only a 10 season thing, or 10 episode season rather.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I froze for a
Better
second.
Call
but
Saul.
Yeah,
I'm only in episode 6, so no talk, no.
Well, I'm trying to remember. This is like, I think, the 5th season, but they're only like 10 episodes each. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And it's a prequel to Breaking Bad, so you really don't have to have seen Breaking Bad. I recommend it, but it's a prequel, so you don't really have to.
That's something that, Stace, the boys, everybody's watched. I just did it. I knew it was dark, and I've stayed away from it, but I know it's really, really good. And so
it's been a while since I watched it, but because I heard people raving about it, and I was like, but yeah, it is pretty good. And like, even Better Call Saul's good. The first season or 2 is slow.
Yeah.
But it gets really good.
Breaking Bad, you'll like it. It's not just dark; it's funny, and there's science and stuff, and it's cool. Yeah.
I am the one who knocks.
And your family will be excited for you when you tell them you're going to watch it.
Oh,
probably.
Oh yes, and it's a teacher who breaks bad too. Yeah, it's like, don't give his family.
He's probably give me any ideas now.
And then I guess Ray wrote me a part in the next Into the Night. They have like a little serial adventure, hunting for Khonshu's golden scepter. And I guess I don't know what I just read. I get spoilers. I guess I'm reincarnating, or I can reincarnate and stuff. But I guess I'm calling myself the Quantum Man. I wonder where you got that idea.
Oh, typecast.
Where could he have got that idea?
I'll put it in my navel. Nice.
Right, sounds working. All right. So should we get to this issue?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Yes, Marvel Super Action number 4, basically reprinting a bunch of old Marvel boys from the 50s. The first page is just a splash. So it opens up in space, I guess. Who is Marvel Boy? Where did he come from? To answer these questions, we must look beyond time and space. We must look back to the year 1950. We must look outward to the planet Uranus. Uranus. Oh, jeez. A giant sphere nearly 2 billion miles from Earth. Uranus so big at 2 million miles from It is this cold, forbidding world to which we must look, particularly into a dome-like building whose architecture astonishingly resembles our own. Can this be fabled Uranus? Few of any of us living today can now remember the strange disappearance of Professor Matthew Grayson in 1934. Then we see.
I certainly don't remember it.
I don't either.
Disappeared in the Great War. See. I guess we see his son.
Back when men used to wear flesh-colored clothing that's very skimpy on them.
And not cover their legs. Yes. We see a young man walk in. You sent for me, father?
I'll do the dad, I guess. Yes, Bob, sit down. Denga, may I be alone?
Certainly, Professor Grayson. If you want me, ring. I'll be outside.
Bob, there's something I must tell you. Yet I don't know where to begin. I don't know if I can explain.
About me? You mean about my being an Earth creature? How we came here to Uranus? And why you are always so sad, so thoughtful, even though I know you are happy here?
That's wow. Sorry.
There's some innuendo in the air. Let's clear that up.
Catch up. We got the Uranus. All right.
Okay, yeah. It's useless keeping anything from you, Bob. Like all Uranians, your IQ is astoundingly beyond anything Earth mortal can hope to achieve. And you have the Uranian's gift for mental telepathy. You can almost read my thoughts. You're a true Uranian.
Dad, I lived here on Uranus with you for 17 years.
I know, but lately as I grow older, my thoughts and feelings seem to go far away, millions of miles away, to the life I once knew on Earth. Unlike you, my son, I remember another way of life. Tell
me about it, Dad. I too share your longings. And can you be as detailed as possible?
Sure. Very well.
I lucked out being the guy that's waiting outside.
Very well. Certain things are happening on Earth, Bob. Terrible things. And I cannot stand by idly. At least you cannot. For you are my son, heir to my hopes and my dreams. Yes, my very responsibilities are yours. I remember a day in 1934. There was a tyrant then on Earth named Hitler, a beast who was out to grab the world. In the end, he failed. He and his gang killed millions of innocent people before they were stopped. Your mother was one of his victims, Bob.
Do you want me to be the telegram to give you a breather?
Go for it.
This is from Professor Matthew Grayson, Van Dyke University. Dear Professor, regret to inform you that the commercial airplane your wife was on was shot down this morning by Nazi anti-aircraft gunners. They mistook it for a military plane. Nazi convoy. Regret your wife and daughter are dead. Deep sympathy. R. Thadaloo. Paris.
Wow, that is just a lot of dense text there. I mean, there's even a newspaper headline too.
Oh yeah, Hitler breaks promise again and invades Rhineland.
Your wife and daughter are dead. So sorry.
Yeah.
With your mother and sister dead, victims of Hitler's brutal tyranny, I felt no more desire to go on with life and my scientific research as I knew it. I didn't want you, Bob, to grow up in that world of tyranny that killed your mother, so I decided to do something different with my knowledge of atomic energy. We're going to escape, you and I, son. I have enough uranium in this rocket ship to take us to the moon. If we don't make it, well, we'll be no worse off than living on this cruel planet. Okay. Atomic energy was my specialty. I had my private theories about the amazing power of uranium long before the first A-bomb burst at Hiroshima. I utilized them by secretly building a rocket ship of my own design, big enough for two. One night I pressed the trigger and... Not a soul will know where we've gone. Nobody knew I was building the ship. I will have vanished into thin air. Thin air, yes. Up and up we rose into thinner and thinner air, traveling faster than light itself. Tens of thousands of miles a second. I lost consciousness despite my precautions. When I came to, we were a short distance from the moon. Then something happened. Good heavens, the ship's making a right-angle turn. We're being drawn into another gravitational orbit by some magnetic force. We're heading, good grief, for Uranus. Sorry.
Gravitational pull of Uranus.
Sorry. There's an ad there. Okay.
A lot of ads, a lot of knickknacks.
A lot of ads. Okay. I never suspected that the uranium which powered my flight would attract the immense concentrates of uranium that form the crust of the planet Uranus. Swiftly, my little spaceship headed for the unknown world. It's blinding. Good heavens. What if Uranus is a ball of fire? Sorry. It wasn't. When I stepped out of my spaceship, it was like taking my first glimpse of paradise, and the Uranians were all angels. Good, helpful, ultra-intelligent.
I'll be this guy.
You don't have much to say, Kona.
Yeah. Welcome, space traveler. We can understand you, though you cannot understand us. We can speak your tongue. But rest assured, you're safe here.
This is like a dream. It was a dream, a good dream. After the nightmare of life on Earth, everything on Uranus was peaceful and beautiful. The people were kind and noble. Their minds were brilliant. 356 was the average Uranian's intelligence quotient as compared with 90 on Earth. That's why they were so telepathic. They understood the folly of war, of vanity, of greed. That was the environment in which you grew up, Bob.
That's where we'll build your laboratory, Professor Grayson.
An excellent site. But though I have lived on this gracious planet for many years, I'm afraid I've never forgotten the Earth I sprang from. I have no personal wish to return, nor could I if I wanted to. Interplanetary travel requires greater physical endurance
Dad,
than
are
I
you trying
possess.
to tell me you want me to go down to Earth on a mission?
You've read my mind. Mental telepathy again, eh? Yes, Bob, the Earth is in a bad way. Man cannot see his way to peace and righteousness.
I understand,
He needs
Dad.
help.
You want me to go to Earth in order to save it from self-destruction by combating all evil elements, political and criminal, who seek to destroy it? I, too, feel a moral obligation to help the Earth and its troubles. Besides, I'm curious to see the world I was born in.
Excellent, then. Come, I will show you all the preparations I have made for your journey. For I knew in my heart, lad, that you wanted to go. First, Bob, you will be smarter than most men on Earth. Your training in mental telepathy will enable you to reason with any creature in existence. You will be able to run faster, fight a little harder than mortal man. But that's all. Whoops, next page. When you get to Earth, the difference in atmosphere will leave you weaker than any mortal man. To prevent the loss of your powers, you must take one of these pills every 24 hours. Without these pills, you may even die.
I'll attach them to my belt where I won't lose them.
This large jewel will fire a beam of light that will temporarily blind your enemy. It can't kill. You must not kill, Bob, except in defense
I
of
understand,
innocent
Father.
life.
What a dazzling light. I wouldn't want to face it.
And here's your uniform, Bob. Put it on inside. You look marvelous, Bob. Now to your spaceship.
Wait a
this
minute.
way.
So we were close to having his name be Marvel Bob?
Marvel Bob.
Marvel Bob. Nice. This flying saucer spaceship will take you across the interplanetary void in a matter of hours. Across Earth in a few seconds. It's powered by a specially developed hydrogen-uranium compound that's
I'm speechless,
inexhaustible.
Dad. It's wonderful.
Wish I was speechless. You see, I planned this journey a long time ago, but I chose this day for your departure because of a catastrophic incident which has just occurred on Earth. A new continent has risen out of the sea. All the nations of the world will fight to control it. You must keep this lost continent out of the hands of greedy men, or else its appearance can be
I'll
a
do my best,
disaster.
Dad. Goodbye. With a sound no louder than a rustle of silk, the spaceship whirls furiously into the air.
Furious. Don't worry, Professor. He'll succeed.
Yes, Denga, for he is a born helper of humanity,
Oh.
a Marvel boy.
Oh, good lord.
Take a break, Will. Get yourself a coconut Clark bar.
Hey, you know what? Because doesn't a different story start in the next page?
Eh,
I don't know.
I mean, he solved the problem
Yeah.
of the new continent, I guess. I guess we take a break and everyone just knows to go read Marvel Boy #1.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
says Bob Grayson solved the problem of the new continent.
Which is in Marvel Boy #1, circa 1950, says Stan.
Who's this Stan?
No idea.
Check the credits. Probably just a copy editor or a letterer.
Yeah.
And true to his father's words, became the first superhero of the Atomic Age, Marvel Boy. I still like Marvel Bob. I love how he's wearing
Marvel
the same
Bob.
exact clothes, they're just a different color now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hard to see the headband, but it's there. It's wait,
Yeah.
are we yeah.
Yeah.
I felt getting cracked in the face. It's Marvel Boy. Where'd he come from? Ow!
Let's go to a spaceship.
Nice.
Combining the sciences of two worlds, Grayson soon replaced his saucer craft with a sleek starship, the Silver Bullet. Isn't that beer?
It's a Coors Light. That's what he rides
From
around
his
in.
ship, the Coors Light. Then one day in a government office in Washington, D.C., Marvel Boy was talking to a guy who better be Kona.
I'll be him.
And you say that this Dr. Noiro just simply vanished, Senator? Tell me more about it.
Well, he's a clever physicist, Marvel Boy. Came to work at one of our largest atomic research plants with highest university references and has spent the past 2 years developing an anti-radioactivity ray for use in clearing areas in this country which might be attacked by enemy atom bombs.
That must
You see,
That
the
must be
ray.
important because they bolded anti-radioactivity ray. So
Yeah.
so that
The
must
ray.
be an important ray, you know.
Not our Ray. Not the most important Ray. Not R-E-Y.
Units.
Oh, that's the only thing I forgot. Hey, I'm getting more drops. Hey, you know how sick Ray is? I'll show you how sick Ray is. Ray, who's your favorite character?
Batman.
Oh,
Oh my God.
feverish.
Batman.
Feverish.
Batman.
Wait till he listens to this. He could like, oh my god.
It's going to sue us. All right. I'm the government official wearing the clothing of the Joker. Speaking of Batman. All right. You see, the ray is projected by means of a harmless, noiseless aerial bomb to be dropped on the contaminated regions by our own planes. Dr. Noiro recently completed several highly successful tests with it, and poof, he disappeared. Not a trace of him anywhere. There's been some wild talk of a flying saucer whisking him away in the middle of the night, but
Pardon me, gentlemen. I have a telegram for you, sir.
ooh, something important, Marvel
Gosh,
Boy?
Senator, this puts me in a spot. From Donna Lake, daughter of a scientist friend of mine, says her brother was killed or lost in an accident at the Grand Canyon, and she wants me to come out to investigate right away. But you want me to investigate the disappearance of Dr. Noiro.
Well, I hate to ask you to refuse a friend in trouble, but this concerns our national security. If Dr. Noiro has fallen into the hands of enemy agents.
Yes, of course, you're right, Senator. I'll wire Donna and explain. Then an hour later.
He's talking to the police. This is the plant where Noiro worked and where he was last seen. Marvel Boy. And this is Sergeant Russell, a security guard who claims to have seen the mysterious flying
Hello,
saucer.
Sergeant.
Well,
Hello,
sir.
Sergeant. Suppose you describe
sorry.
strange craft to me.
Well, sir, it was mighty dark that night, and I couldn't see too well, but I heard an awful loud humming sound in the air, and when I looked up, I saw this big shadow. Seemed like it was a great round thing, big as a house, and it whirled down right over my head and landed on an empty parking lot. I blew my whistle to call the sentries out, but before they got here, the thing took off again and disappeared into thin air. Believe me, I was scared. I never saw anything like it before.
I think that's still you. Yes.
Oh, wait, right. It's still
You
him,
have the
right?
word.
Yeah. I didn't actually I didn't actually see Dr. Norrell get into the thing. I didn't see anyone at all, but I'd let him out of the building myself. I knew he'd gone to get to his car. It was the only one left in the lot. Then this big saucer came buzzing in, and after it had gone, I noticed that the car was still there, but Dr. Norrell had disappeared. Incidentally, the civilian defense plane spotters have verified the presence of the thing. It was seen in Virginia, Arkansas, New Mexico, and Arizona, heading west
Arizona,
that same
eh?
night.
Well, Senator, maybe I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Marvel Boy, in bold type, Marvel Boy rushes to a small airport and...
What are you gonna do, Marvel
The
Boy?
last place this saucer was seen was over the Grand Canyon. And since that's where Donna is, I'll see her and try to pick up the trail there. So long, Senator. Then as evening falls the same day in a cave deep in the Grand Canyon, kids.
I'll be the bad guy. So, our intelligence was accurate. It's the so-called Marvel Boy and his Uranian spaceship come to liquidate us single-handed. Well, roll out the carpet for him,
I think
comrades.
Kona's a call me.
The Ruskies.
Call me Kona.
I'm not going to do the thing voice for the advertisement on the next page.
David, for next week, my friend. And a few minutes later, in the lobby of the Canyon Hotel, looks like a French guy. You mean Miss Lake checked out, but she sent for me. When did she leave?
This afternoon, sir. We had a horrible accident here yesterday and another one this morning. 44 people killed in 2 mysterious landslides. It was too much for our guests. They all left today. In fact, even the natives here are leaving the country. They say the canyon is cursed, and I'm beginning to believe it myself. Only the other night I saw that flying saucer they're talking about dive down into the canyon and disappear.
So it
and since
vanished
then
in
we've
the
had nothing
canyon,
but trouble.
eh? Well, sir, if you'll just show me the direction it took and where you saw it last, I think I'll take a little trip down there and see what I can see. And in less than an hour...
Here he comes, the young fool. Well, we're ready. Watch him now.
There he goes. He hit the trip... Well, that's not me.
Oh, I'll do.
That's one of them.
You think that's the villain, or?
Yeah.
I'll do. There he goes. He hit the tripwire squarely. After him. Oh no, that's you. Go ahead,
After
do
him,
it.
man. Quickly now. I don't want him hurt too
As I trip
badly.
and fall in the water.
Ooh, splash. Easy. Fish him out easy. Take him up to the cave and tie him up. I'll have a word with him when he comes to.
Whoa, dude, that's some weird eye stuff going on.
Yeah, I didn't think he looked like this.
Man for wearing mascara. Come on.
Yeah, he has been staying up all night waiting for Marvel Boy.
Yeah.
There now, he's coming around. Well, my foolhardy Uranian friend, so you thought you could just barge right in, break up our little party, eh? But I expected you. I knew we could scare off the stupid Americans with our quaint little flying saucer idea. They don't believe in such fantastic things and would discredit anyone who saw us, but I fully expected you, a fellow spaceman, to track us down. It won't do you any good, however, my fine straw-filled hero. You'll never recover the secret of the anti-radioactivity ray now.
So, it's you, Ryan Rex. I should have known. You're right. I am a fool. I never suspected the planets of your constellation were planning a war against Earth, but I see it now. You need the protection of the ray when your armies invade Earth and Earthmen atom bomb you in self-defense. Lucky for you that you caught me off guard, Rex. But do you really think you could get away with this? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wait, Ray's in the room. Ray, I got a surprise for you, dude.
Ray's in the room. Can we ask him who his favorite
Oh, yes. Hey, Ray, who's your
is?
favorite superhero?
Batman. Batman.
I knew it. I knew
What?
it. You're right. No.
Batman.
Ray, who's your favorite superhero?
Batman.
See, I told you he's sick. He's delirious.
Batman.
Hey, Ray, why do you like Batman? What does he have?
Big bazooka.
You're reading Batman, damn.
Batman. Sausage.
All right, back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right.
Continue with your villain. Conan.
Of course, my young Australian friend. I already have the secret and shall return to the home planet with it as soon as the weather conditions are right for space travel. I'm going up with a saucer now on a meteorological survey, and we'll leave one man here with you. You won't break out of those bonds, for I happen to know that you are not nearly as strong here on Earth as you are on your own planet Uranus. See you later, Marvel
Did they get
Boy.
paid extra for every time they use Uranus? Because I swear, like almost every other channel, Uranus.
They want there to be no question that he is not from Jupiter. That is false.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're
Not
crazy
Neptune.
for Uranus. Your keepings, your regret this, chum. But Marvel Boy watches the strange ship depart. Then, look here, old man. You heard your chief say I'm not very strong, and these ropes are cutting my wrists. How about loosening them a little for me?
Well, I guess it'll be all right as long as you're too weak to get away.
Man. That's the stuff.
Oh, elbow to the
That's the
face,
stuff.
to the helmet.
Yeah. That's the stuff, comrade. Just loose enough to. Oops, so sorry. Now get out of my way. I'm in a slight hurry. Moments later, he reaches his own spaceship, the Coors Light. Looks like a busy night for yours truly, but I've got this thing doped out, and I can't quit now. Thank heavens the so-called curse of the canyon scared everyone away for miles around. I'll make a quick round trip to Nevada, alert the state police, and then we'll see if Rex gets away with his cute little scheme. Aw, Conan, your scheme is cute. Less than an hour passes, and at a huge rambling factory in Nevada.
This is a most unusual and drastic measure, Marvel Boy, but we've secured the approval of the Secretary of Defense and of the President himself by
Wonderful,
telephone.
General. This is a most unusual and drastic case. Well, if I'm all loaded and ready to go, I'd better take off. Wish me luck, sir. As he takes off in the Coors Light. And by the time I get back there, Rex should have returned from his weather reconnaissance. That whole cave is just loaded with laboratory equipment. He must want to take to Orion with him, and this is only one sure way of getting rid of him permanently. The only sure way. Approaching the canyon now. Better contact the Arizona State Police Barracks. Hello, MB1 to ASP1. Come in. Hello. Everything set, Lieutenant. Area clear. Good. Coming in now. Base. Coming in on base legs. Stand by. On final approach. Direction northeast. Reducing speed to 650 mph. Now, over target. Watch it. He nuked him.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, kids, get your atom bombs. That ought to do it. I ought to find a place to land in the canyon, drop one of these anti-radioactivity ray bombs on it, and here's a likely spot. Look out below. Oh, so it's an anti-nuke. Oh, bomb. It's an anti-atom bomb. But then moments later, in his lead suit, I'll be safe enough in this protective armor, but it'll take a long Geiger counter and a miniature ray bomb just in case. There probably won't be anyone left alive in the cave, but at least I can find Dr. Nero's body and clear up that little mystery anyway. And then a boulder comes his way. Good grief, this is no climb for a human being. Wish I were a goat. I don't know if... Jumping thunder. That rock just don't bounce down here by itself. Someone be still alive up there. Well, look out, mister. Here I come. So, it's you, Rex. How did you manage to escape the bomb? Or did you? Are you hurt?
Only slightly, you murdering fiend. You killed all my men and blasted my equipment to pieces, but you'll pay for it, and I have the secret of the ray in my head. You can't win, Marvel Boy. You won't dare attack me in your Earth-weakened condition, and after I kill you, all I have to do is take your own spaceship and...
Never underestimate your enemies, Rex. You forget the uranium pills I take to give me added strength. You didn't think I'd be caught napping twice, did you? On guard! You think I'd forget to take my little blue pill, did you? So seconds later, after Kona folds with one punch, Rex, old boy, you're too old for this game. You should have left it for some of your younger warriors or scientists. Now to drop the miniature ray bomb and deactivate the cave so the state troopers and federal authorities can pick up the pieces safely. Dr. Nero has contributed a wonderful thing to military science, but I think his work is done. Don't you, Rex?
You win, Marvel boy. I should have known better.
Rex. You should have gone straight back to your home planet from the atomic research plant instead of stopping here to pick up your laboratory equipment.
Marvel boy, what's happened here? Who is this character?
Let me introduce you to a very clever and daring scientist, a brilliant physicist from a far-off land. Does he mean planet? Who has spent millions of Uncle Sam's dollars and at least 2 years developing a powerful anti-death weapon, which he had hoped to use eventually for his own benefit in a war against Earth. Not having the proper equipment nor the scientific knowledge in his own country, he had the nerve to come here and use yours. Wait, I thought he was from another planet. Now he's from another country? There's deadly aliens from another country. Don't you hate those, Ray?
They're all aliens. They're all aliens.
He hit on the idea of using a remote cave in the Grand Canyon for a base of operations. And then, after the disappearance of Dr. Nero, he found himself in danger of discovery. So, he utilized the myth of the curse of the canyon to frighten people away.
But what happened to Dr. Noiro?
Ah, yes. I haven't told you the name of our old distinguished guest from outer space yet, have I? Lieutenant, meet Orion Rex from the constellation Orion, otherwise known as Dr. Nero. Orion spelled backwards. Get it? Take him away, trooper. Is that the end of that?
Tip your waiter.
Now I feel like Will. Now we get to the deadly decision. Originally presented in Astonishing Tales number 5, wherein Bob Grayson, Earthborn citizen of Uranus, again, take a drink, finds himself faced with a universal problem, torn between two loves, parental and humanitarian, forced to make a decision that will cost the life of one human being or the entire human race. The entire human race. What does he do? What would you do if that one person were your own parent or a person for whom you felt completely responsible? What would you do? Let's take a look at Bob's problem and see what he does.
By the way, this was originally presented in
Astonishing Tales
number 5. Must be.
In a scientist's laboratory on the planet Uranus, 7th major planet in the order of distance from the sun, Professor Matthew Grayson speaks to his son.
Bob, I have just received an urgent request from the World Organization of Atomic Energy on our mother planet Earth. They want me to come to their headquarters in America at once.
The trip would kill you.
I know, my boy. I am growing old, and interplanetary travel requires greater physical endurance than I possess. Therefore, you, the Marvel boy of the universe, wow, that escalated quickly, must go in my place. I long to return to the land of my birth.
And then a lady comes in. Oh, Bob, how wonderful. Take me with you, please. I've never been to Earth.
Nonsense. Lily? Is that Lily or Lily?
Yeah, Lily.
Lily. Nonsense, Lily. You are only a child. This is adult business, and you would only be in the way. I have no time to play nursemaid to pretty little girls. I don't look like no girl. I look like a woman.
Yeah. He looks like a 14-year-old boy. Come on.
Oh, boy, exactly.
All right.
Kind of a double standard there, right?
Only a child, eh? Huh, I just be in the way, eh? All right, Mr. Golden Boy. We'll see about that. You better watch out.
I was thinking the dad's like, I'm too old. Yeah, when was this written in the 50s? Probably like, I'm such an old man of 50. I cannot make the trip. Early the following morning, Marvel Boy's spaceship takes off in a cloud of jet-propelled dust. Dad wants me to represent him and bring back the super secret documents that WOAR wants him to study. Something about atomic energy adapted to the human form to prolong life? Well, if anyone knows anything about atomic energy, it's Dad. He even put it to practical use long before the first atomic bomb fell on Hiroshima. And again, many hours and many millions of miles later, here's the skyport and the special landing ramp the USAF built for me. But no welcoming committee, naturally. They're not expecting me. Well, hope the remainder of my sojourn is as uneventful as it's been so far.
Hey, nice landing, Marvel Boy. Couldn't have done it better myself. Even if I were an adult, surprised to see
Lily,
me, darling.
You? How did you get so a stowaway, eh? Listen, young lady, I've got a good mind to... Oh, what's the use? You're here and I can't send you back.
Yes, I know. What a pity. Tisk, tisk. Run along about your adult business, darling. You don't have to hire a babysitter for me. I can take care of
I'm
myself.
not so sure, you incorrigible little madcap. But I've no choice. I've got to hurry. Listen, you stay right here. You'll be safe enough here in the ship until I get back. Don't go away. Marvel Boy leaves Lily smiling sweetly, and an hour later.
You're properly armed, I hope, Marvel Boy. These papers are ultra secret and might cause great danger to the human race if they fell into the wrong hands.
I'm never armed, sir, except for my
your
leg
father
jewel.
safely.
There's no need to worry. My father will read these tomorrow. Oh, wait. I just got it. So his father gave him the light jewel? So he's never armed except for the family jewels?
Oh.
I think Ray is enjoying Matt Kona's portrayal of Lily. So, confidently, Marvel Boy leaves the anxious scientist, and 10 minutes later, returning to the skyport.
There he is. Yeah.
There he is.
People.
Oh, go ahead.
Whoa.
There he is now.
Whoa. What have we here? This wouldn't be a hold-up, would it, kiddies? Of course, I'm not quite as strong here on Earth as I am on Uranus, but I can still throw my weight around. This briefcase makes a handy weapon. Let's have a little light on the subject.
Yay! The light is blinding me. That demon ain't human. What was that explosion? I still can't see a single thing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like 1,000 photo flashbulbs, but he won't get away with this. Some of our men are already at the skyport where he left his spaceship.
Maybe I was too optimistic about the peaceful nature of this trip. Looks like things are starting to pop. However, seems peaceful enough here. Lily probably fell asleep waiting for me. Oh, Lily. Hey, Lily. Who is this? Herman Munster? Oh, Lily. Hey, Lily, wake up. It's time to suffer in satellites. She's gone. The little minx must have wandered. But no, there's her brooch. She wouldn't have left it behind unless I'd better report to Dad. Marvel Boy, spaceship MB1 to Uranus XY3. Hello, via Interplanetary Cosmic Channel 4. That doesn't sound complicated.
He's a very proper navigator.
Here's how I'm calling you, Father. Hello, Dad.
Proper.
Oh, it's you. It's you, Denga. Where's Dad? What? He's disappeared. But what? Oh, good grief. This is bad. Things are really happening fast now. Look, Denga. Put the Uranian Youth Patrol on the trail to see what they can pick up. I'll be with you as soon as I do something about another disappearance here. And 15 minutes later... Well, that's that. Lily's vanished completely. I ought to stay here and look for her myself, but my friend Dan O'Brien of the FBI is taking over and promises to leave no stone unturned until they find her. Meanwhile, it's far more important to locate Dad. Denga suspects foul play, and I'm afraid he's right. And traveling faster than light itself, the atom-propelled spaceship soon reaches Uranus, where a surprise awaits the worried pilot. I don't know how to tell Lily's people. They'll be furious with me.
Hit him again, Maya. There's no one watching. Go through his clothing and search the ship. We've got to find those papers. There aren't any papers. Nigget? Nygot? Nothing but an empty briefcase. He must have destroyed them.
Yes, it's possible. Yeah, he has an
Oh.
intelligence quotient of 360 higher than even the average Uranian. So he could have memorized the contents and burned the papers. Let's take him to the chief.
After an hour of lost consciousness, Marvel Boy awakens. What in the name of the universe? Dad, what's going on here anyhow?
You want to be him, Will? Okay, all right, I'll do.
You take that mat
All
off.
right, aha!
No, you can't.
All right,
I got Dad
aha!
coming up.
So our little golden boy wants to join the party, eh? Tell him about the little game we've been playing, Professor. Go on, tell him.
They've been grilling me, Bob, trying to make me tell them what's in the WOAR documents. They won't believe
Why
that I
the
don't
30?
know.
Of course
Tell
he
them,
doesn't
Bob, make
know.
them
He hasn't
understand.
even seen them, and it doesn't look like he ever will see them now. I lost them on the way home here.
Oh, so the great Marvel Boy lost them, did he? You know what I think, Marvel Boy? I think you're lying. I think you committed the contents of those papers to memory and then destroyed them. And I think you just better tell us about it before we wear your father down bit by bit right before your very eyes. Show what we mean, Targo.
No way.
Read him the bullpen bulletins.
Read him the Vulture adventure from Hostess. No. It's
Hostess fruit pies.
Hostess cupcakes with fudgy icing.
Ah.
Host cupcakes.
No, wait.
Cupcakes.
My father's old. He's all 50. It would kill him. I'll tell you what was in those documents. Listen, in essence, it's a plan devised by Herr Dr. Karl Mantz of Germany to explode the cosmic atom in such a way as to trap and condense its radioactivity into a physical substance which may be introduced into the human body, with the ultimate result of prolonging life far beyond the normal span. But the theory is full of mathematical formulae, which I shall have to write down for you if you will just untie me and give me a pencil. Number 2, if you have it.
Why, of course, Marvel Boy. I must confess, I hardly expected such cooperation. Here, write out the entire theory as he unhooks his bondage.
All right, but untie my father first. He can't get away. There are too many of you. Let him be comfortable anyway. That's fine, thanks. Now, let's see. We start with the law that the radiation associated with the transition of the atom must be monochromatic and of frequency B, such as A, where A is Planck's constant, and oops, my wrist slipped. He flashed him in the face.
That light I can't see.
Okay. What a shame, old boy. Just what I was counting on. Quick, Dad. Out that side door while I keep these morons busy. I'll join you later.
No, don't
Tisk,
let him.
tisk. Too bad, my careless friend. He's already gone, and the next time you see him, he'll have a couple of interstellar police patrolmen to introduce you to.
Bah, you think you're smart, don't you, Marblehead? You forget my ace in the hole, Lily. My men are holding her down on Earth, and if you don't finish telling me the rest of that atomic life theory, she'll
Really?
die.
Hey, jumping Jupiter. I'd forgotten all about her. This lunatic's right. He's caught me over a barrel. If I don't divulge the WOAR secrets, she'll die a horrible death. And if I do, who knows what may happen if a gang of space gangsters get their hands on it. What a decision to have to make. What do I do? There must be a way out. There is a way out. I know now. And then sometime later, in an abandoned farmhouse in America, that narrows it down.
Say, Slim, I don't understand all this. Just who are we working for? And who's this skirt we're holding? She don't dress like any Jane I ever saw. And she speaks a language I never even heard of. What's the
Shut up,
deal?
Max. I'm trying to listen to the Deliverance soundtrack. Now, I got a message coming through here. Hello. Yes, this is UXR 606 on their planetary cosmic channel 8. What? Yeah, sure, Chief. Okay. Well, we'll have her there. Sure. Dawn tomorrow. Okay. Roger.
Following
Over
morning,
now.
At the edge of a large pasture,
So the chief gave us the green light. Hey, Slim. Good. I don't like hot charges. Kidnapping the
Don't need
feds
to
don't
worry
like
about the
it
feds
neither.
now, Max. The chief's coming here to pick up this frail himself. Then it's his worry, but the feds will never catch him. Not where he's going. Ooh! Here comes now. Look out for that jet blast. Yeep.
Yeah. Yipe! A real genuine, honest to gosh spaceship. Gee, Slim.
All the
where'd
way
it
from the
come
planet Uranus, Max, millions of miles out in space. And here's the chief himself. Oh, hey, this isn't the chief. It's
Marvel Boy, and glad to make your acquaintance too, you lousy baby snatchers. I called her a baby. Here, meet a couple
Oh
of
my
my
God.
fists, Lily. Get in the ship. I'm going to be busy a few minutes.
30.
Yes, 30,
exactly.
30 Earth minutes later.
Morgan, special agent of
All
the
wrapped
FBI.
up and
Got
ready
your
for
message
delivery,
by
sir.
radio.
I'll tell you
You
how
come
to
in, Marvel
find
Boy?
the rest of the gang. Hold them on a kidnapping charge till I get back. Let's go, Lily. And many hours later, again, where we started, back on Uranus. It was tricky, Dad, but they wouldn't have had a chance if this little minx, Lily, hadn't stowed away on my ship. That gave them 2 hostages and put me on the spot. I had to make a deadly decision, but once I'd made it, the rest was easy. I simply adapted a few of their own methods of persuasion to induce the chief to radio his henchmen on Earth and tell me exactly where to find Lily. My youth patrols rounded up all the Uranian members of the interplanetary gang, so it's safe now for you to go ahead with your research on the atomic life theory.
Oh, Marvel Boy, you're wonderful. Oh. That is not my review of this issue, by the way. It's
Atomic power, see?
quite different.
It's not an atom bomb, it's an anti-radioactivity bomb. Okay, I have a question for you, Will, because I didn't read that
That's
that
right.
original Agents of Atlas. So those are the quantum bands he's wearing, right?
No.
Yeah.
So they gave him some Uranian tech that they modeled after the quantum bands because, hey, there are these power bracelet thingies that are with this Kree Sentry, right?
Marvel
right.
Bob.
So they gave those to Bob. Marvel Bob came to Earth, fought crime, blah blah blah, then went back to Uranus, where he was just hanging out with the Uranians. The Uranians were not awesome people. They basically made kind of an evil clone of Marvel Bob, and they gave him the quantum bands, and they sent him back to Earth to go rob banks. Whatever, something, and he obviously wasn't worthy of the band, so he's the one who exploded in the Fantastic Four issues that are coming up. Sorry, spoilers. In Agents of Atlas, Marvel Boy comes back, and he's just using his mental powers and his light tricks, and
So this
using
was the real
uranium
Marvel
tech, not
Boy,
the
but these
actual
weren't
quantum
quantum
bands.
bands. Okay.
Right. And actually, if that Agents of Atlas series, who wrote that? Because that was a good series. It was a 8-issue limited, and then it got an ongoing for a year or year and a half.
But hey, why you do
something like
that? Hey, who wants to hear
let me
Ray
look that up real
feedback?
quick.
Hey, Ray, do you want to hear Ray feedback?
I would love to hear some Ray feedback.
Ray, would you like to hear yourself give feedback that you just
Me
sent me a
too.
couple hours ago? He's like, sure. All right, everyone, and you, Ray. Here's Ray from In Today Night, a Moon Knight. He goes, what a douche. All right, so all right, everyone, and Ray. Here's Ray from In Today Night, a Moon Knight podcast, and Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast.
Hello, Phil, Will, and Matt. This is Ray dropping in some thoughts for Marvel Super Action Issue 4. Finn's excited as well. Now, look, we're all grown ups here.
Are we?
All four of us are adults, so I'll just get it out of the way. Uranus. Okay, Uranus was used a little bit too much.
Uranus was used too
It
much.
got to the point where it almost got ridiculous. I know we are grown-ups, but you can't help but have a bit of a giggle at it.
Can't help
Anyway,
but.
the constant references to Uranus was just something a little hard
Cheeky.
to look past. Anyway, also,
Cheeky buggers.
anyway, thoughts on the actual issue itself. Look, having read a lot of with the Last Sons of Krypton, the Superman podcast, a lot of Golden Age, Golden Age or early Silver, late Silver Age. I always get my decades wrong. Anyway, reading a lot of the older classic comics, there's a nice, sensibility to them. They're fun to read, a different sort of read. I found with Marvel Boy, I think the great ideas for superheroes had already been taken by Superman. Let's say that. So, I don't know, coming from Uranus, being weaker on Earth is something slightly different, but then having to take pills, having blinding light, being slightly faster, it all seemed it seems a bit messy for Marvel Boy compared to something as straightforward as, say, Superman, where he's stronger and it's just a lot more straightforward, I think. Anyway, so yeah, Marvel Boys. It's the first time I've read him. It's a little bit. It's a bit of a strange one. It seems like they were trying really hard to make a difference from him and the distinguished competition. But the stories were pretty fun, straightforward. I loved in the second part story with that evil guy who had taken Marvel Boy's dad as hostage. Marvel Boy persuaded him, maybe through his telepathy. Look, they've got 360 IQ or something, to let him loose so he can write his theory out. And I loved how the villain was saying, "Oh, you're a lot more compliant than I thought you would be. Okay, here's a pen." So I don't know. There's a lot of fun in these sorts of comics. Anyway, to be honest, not my full cup of tea. I do like more of the Silver Age. I think this is more of the Golden Age, right?
1950. I don't know what the
50s.
cutoff is. Yeah.
I don't know when that is. I think it is.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just think. I think it might be early Silver Age then. I think it might be early Silver Age. Anyway, I like the mid to later Silver Age stuff and the Bronze Age stuff. Golden Age stuff, it has its own charm, but not really for me. Anyway, keen to hear your thoughts and keen to hear you guys read through this. There's quite a lot of dialogue here. Hoping you put on your old school American accents, of that era. That would be fun to hear. Anyway, catch you later, guys.
All right. I don't know. I always thought.
Hello, Phil, Will, and Matt. This is
not again.
Ray, dropping in some thoughts for Marvel.
But no, my thought. You're kind of like a comic historian, Will. I always heard that the beginning of the Silver Age, I don't know, officially, unofficially, was Showcase number 4, the first appearance of Barry Allen, the Flash. And that was 56, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's so if you 56, yeah, and then the Golden Age really. A lot of people put the end of the Golden Age when the JSA left All Star Comics, which was 47, 48. I can't remember the exact date. One of the Robert Bierbaum, I think is his name. He writes a Platinum Age thing for Overstreet Guide. He I don't know if he originated the term, but there's that area, between 47, 48, and 56. That's kind of been termed the, you're going to laugh, the Atomic Age. because they don't really fit with the Golden Age
Yeah, 'cause there wasn't, like-
superheroes, and
There wasn't like a lot of superheroes.
they don't have
at
that
point, was it? Wasn't it
new
more like
aesthetic of the-
horror or westerns?
Westerns, yeah, because superheroes didn't outlast the end of World War II by very much. Other genres kind of took over, and really, I mean, the only ones that stayed in constant
Yeah, pretty much.
publication were Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And then Silver Age, DC. The Golden and Silver Age terms are pretty DC specific because the Golden Age begins with Action Comics #1 and then ends with
Yeah.
JSA leaving All Star.
Yeah.
And then the
They
Silver
bring
Age
back, like, the
begins
concept
with
of Flash, Green
Flash,
Lantern, like,
Barry
new people,
Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a pretty slow start because Showcase 4, I mean, it wasn't until months and months later that we get the Silver Age Green Lantern and Showcase 22. It was kind of this slow burn, and then you finally get the Justice League and Brave and the Bold, and things start. And then, hey, the apocryphal meeting where Martin Goodwin is playing golf with the head of DC. Well, I'll go make Stan Lee make me a superhero team, and then we get the Fantastic Four, right?
And hey, kids, the hardest is to believe when
In the
Barry
Marvel
Allen got his own
Universe.
Flash series, it wasn't #1. They just picked off the numbering from where Jay Garrick left off. I think it was like 104 or something, 105. So yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, I found the info on Agents of
nice.
Atlas. It was written by Jeff Parker and had art by Leonard Kirk. It basically had a lot of 50s characters. Gorilla Man, Marvel Boy, M11, the human robot, Venus,
oh yeah,
and
Wow.
Namora, from Namor.
is that another
Namor's
cousin? I can't remember.
mother?
It was
Is that
some-
right? No. Cousin, maybe a cousin. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, but it's a good series. I enjoyed it, and the retcon of the Crusader not being Bob Grayson.
They wanted to make him a hero.
It
Again. Yeah,
didn't really bother me too much.
But
because,
no, I was thinking it was funny when Ray was like, "Oh, they ran out of
Yeah,
ideas with
exactly.
Marvel Boy." I just got like a Matt Kona Scarlet Spider explanation in my head. It's like, yeah, Marvel Boy. He's a pillhead. He got a flashlight strapped to his.
He's really smart. He
thing,
brags about it,
but I'm
all
like,
the time.
why would he be weaker on Earth than Uranus? I know he spent most of his life on Uranus. But I mean, he's biologically he's an Earthling. He's not even like half Uranian. He's all Earthling.
Mhm. And wasn't in the original Guardians of the Galaxy Charlie 27 from a mining moon of Uranus, and he's like this, super dense, beefy muscle guy. So, yeah, I don't think they had their science quite down when. they wrote
especially
this.
for being it's quite a science-heavy issue, or science fiction-y comic
Uh-huh.
tale.
And it's
or
so fun.
Multiple
It's just
tales.
like we understand your
Yeah.
primitive tongue, but you cannot understand us.
Yeah.
I love the fact that radiation is, lights, particles, and
Anti-radiation.
waves, and all those things that are radiate. But we're going to make a form of an anti-radiation radiation.
We shall call it the ultimate nullifier.
Wait, what? I don't understand. That's right. And we shall go to the White Room. No. With black curtains.
You'll never make the trip to Earth, Will. You're an old man.
That's right. I'm an old man. Not above 50 yet,
Any
though.
other thoughts on this thing?
Not really. I don't know.
Yeah, and how old was Professor when Marvel Boy was born? Was he like 40? I mean, come on, or 50? How old? He's supposedly really
Again,
old.
that's what I'm saying. How
and
old
he
is
has
he?
a
Is it an
kid.
old man of 50 or is he, like 80 years old? I don't know. And I don't know how old Lily was, this
Yeah.
kid, this baby. How old was she?
Mhm.
And like Kona said, it's like,
Like
Marvel Boy don't look that
25.
much older. If anything, he might even look younger than exactly. Oh no, he said he was 17.
He looks like 14 or 15. Yeah.
17. But I mean, I don't see her being any younger than that.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah.
It's like I'm 17, you're 20, but you're a girl. You're
No
a girl,
way.
so you're a child. You broad.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was Uranian,
think.
so she would probably be even smarter, right? I mean,
She did outsmart him, so the old stowaway game was strong. So
He was the smartest thing on Uranus.
in that one.
Seriously, it seems like they got paid for every mention of the word Uranus. It was like, again, like literally almost every other panel. It's like, I am from Uranus. Oh, I must get back to Uranus. This Uranian science. This.
yeah,
You should put rules in the podcast for this and make it a drinking game. Anytime
I
the word
guarantee you,
Uranus is uttered,
this on
you
the
have to take a
podcast,
drink.
Little Telefire is way drunk by now. Anything for a drinking game. Oh, I should have hit the button every time they said Uranus. Uranus. Read along, kids. Take a drink, kids. All right. So yes, next time I think we're gonna have a little more fun. So we're gonna get to the Crusader in a two-parter next time. Part 1, Fantastic Four 164. We actually get to the 70s, kids. I know. Kind of
70s.
Yeah. So now next week you're going to be getting your Matt Kona Ben Grimm.
God loving.
And who can we
It's gonna
get?
be good.
Who can we get to play
Gotta work
Professor
on it.
Reed Richards? Yeah, can anyone play a professor here?
Maybe
As long as he has a lot of dialogue, that's all that
Yeah, I
matters.
was gonna say.
You know?
Yeah, let's hear it for Will. Yeah, that was
That's right. Yeah, that's all that matters.
But yeah, my
I don't
throat's
know,
hurting.
Marvel Boy.
That's
You had a lot of dialogue too.
No, I was going to say, Will can play Professor Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, even though it might be a stretch for him.
All
right, let's get out of here. It's going long. All right, so everyone, if you want to send your thoughts on the Marvel Super Action, we'll still read them. But send us your thoughts again next 2 weeks. Fantastic Four 164 and 165. Email us, cavesanlunatic@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow the Quantum Zone on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Follow the YouTube. I think I might have a link to Capes and Lunatics website. Follow everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support the sponsors: Tweak Audio, Hunt the Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. And when you go on Amazon, because one of the only places you can shop these days, Amazon. The Southgate Media Group link in the show notes on YouTube, on the podcast, to help the company bring you such fine quality shows as the Quantum Zone. So send your money to Rob.
Go back and look at my history, and you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong. Mark my words.
Egomaniac. All right. Matt Lily Kona, where can people find you?
You could find me stowing away in vehicles in the parking lot of my apartment building that I'm stuck in, and at Matt Kona, MatTKona. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Occasionally, you'll find me. I'm hanging around. I come
Sprinkle
say
some
hi.
pin particles on it to make it bigger.
Will Allred, master of the Quantum Zone. Where can people find you in your work?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED on Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and all those places. You can find my self-published work, Diary of Night, diaryofnight.com, and you can find all kinds of really cool stuff about the Quantum
put it
Zone.
in my navel.
I mean, about Quasar at quantumzone.org.
Where quantumzone.org is. It's in his navel.
Exactly.
I'll put it in my navel.
And I mean, that superstar who sends us feedback every week and is taking a ribbing from me for his shingles, you know. He's such a super scroll. So yeah,
nice.
follow Ray on Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast, and Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us for another exciting adventure at the Marvel Boy of Marvel Bob.
From Uranus.
Want a bigger Uranus?
I could sprinkle some Pym particles on it to make it bigger.
I was dreading that, man, because that was wordy issues. Like I said, I think next week we'll enjoy it more. We'll jump to the 70s for Fantastic Four 164. The Adventures of Ben, Matt Codengrim.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope you feel better, Ray. Thank you, Ray. I already told people about the cereal.
Okay, well,
on
Yeah,
IDK.
get feeling better, Ray.
But enough about that. Join us next time, kids, for the exciting adventures of Marvel Bob. Until then, keep it anti-radiation.